Hey everybody, it's Matt from the Jolly Scholar. Today we're going to show you how to make barbecue rub. Rub is the base of every great barbecue that you see out there in the restaurants and competition, at the fairs and so on and so forth. And we're going to show you how to make it at home for a little amount. We're going to show you just about everything we got and what helped us get to the Food World Championships and place 6th out of 400 teams out there. So come join us. We're going to show you how to make it right now. All right, so let's build that rub. All right, first we're going to start off with just regular run-of-the-mill white granulated sugar, about 1.25 cups of it. What the sugar does is it helps retain the moisture in the meat, so you got to have sugar. It's going to balance the salt, which is going to pull the moisture out, but it also gives it the sharpness to the taste and helps kind of make all the other ingredients pop. So we're going to get 1.25 cups of white sugar. We're going to go 3/4 cup of turbinado sugar. Turbinado is also sugar in the raw. You can find it in just about every grocery store. Even the non-fancy grocery stores carry it nowadays. If you don't have turbinado, don't worry about it. Use light brown sugar. Take the light brown sugar, spread it out on a tray, let it dry out a little bit. If not, it'll clump up in your rub. But we use turbinado for sugar in the raw for everybody at home. It's 3/4 cups of that. Next, fine sea salt. Same thing, you can find it just about everywhere. We're going to use 1 cup of that. Mix that in, and again, what the salt does is it starts to pull the moisture out. The beautiful part about it is it goes fantastic with just about any cut of meat that you're going to use, and it balances out the sugar. So while the sugar's trying to pull and retain the moisture, the salt's trying to pull it back out, but they're a very good counterbalance of each other. Another kind of salt combo, big in barbecue, is going to be hickory salt and bacon salt. Not as easy to find in grocery stores. You might have to go online, look for that online. Don't buy it in mass quantities, or anything like that. But we're going to put about 1.5 cups of that. If you don't have hickory salt, if you don't have bacon salt, add about another 1/2 cup of sea salt or just regular salt. It doesn't really matter there, and it'll do just fine. This is a little more savory. It's a little more smoky, which is why we like it. We're smoking food, so obviously it makes sense. Kind of going down that same line of smokiness a little bit, chili powder. 1/4 cup plus a tablespoon. I know that sounds a little funky, the whole 1/4 cup plus a tablespoon, but I don't know what it is about it. There's just something to the fact that just that 1 extra tablespoon to it helps it pop a little bit more. It helps it stand out over the top of some of the auxiliary rubs here that we're starting to add now. After the chili powder, we're going to add 1/4 cup of paprika. Paprika's got a great little smoky element to it. It's got fantastic color. So, when you start to see that red and barbecue and stuff like that, that's what you're going to get from your peppers and your chili powders and so on and so forth. And paprika's got that fantastic bright red color. So, and that smoky element as well. So we're going to put 1/4 cup of that in there. Next, cumin. 1/4 cup of cumin. Same thing. It's going to be, just the powdered version. Nothing whole here. No whole seeds or anything like that. Cumin adds a great little smoky element as well. It's a lot more mild. It doesn't come across as a woodsy smelling, smoky flavor. Just but it adds another little element and dimension to the rub. Next, just the run-of-the-mill stuff. Granulated garlic. It's going to be 2 tablespoons of that. We all know what that is. 2 tablespoons of onion powder, not granulated onion, but onion powder. Fantastic balance with the garlic. 2 tablespoons of black pepper. Just regular table pepper. If you use something a little bit more coarsely chopped, that's fine. If you use cracked fresh black pepper, that'll be even better. And for competitions, we actually do use the cracked version. When we're in the restaurant and we're trying to save on labor, we go the other route. And then some more peppers here. We got chipotle powder. 1 tablespoon of that. It's going to pep it up. It's going to give it a little bit more of a little bit more dimension on the run-of-the-mill pepper profiles that are out there. If you can't find chipotle pepper, don't go knock down old ladies in the grocery store to get it. Just simply use cayenne pepper, which is the last thing we got. Same thing, 1 tablespoon of that. So with that being said, if you can't find chipotle pepper powder, use 2 tablespoons of cayenne. It's just fine. You'll be all right. Now, that is 90% of what goes into our competition rub and what goes into our restaurant application here. The rest, maybe if you come in and try our sandwiches or so, we'll give you the rest of that. But that is our rub. All right, so with the rub, what we're gonna do is just gonna mix it together. What you wanna make sure you do here is get anything that's a little bit clumpy, your brown sugar can, all your other spices can. You wanna make sure and you break up the little packets of it, so you don't get hot spots in your rub. It takes you about probably 2 minutes or so to really turn it all over, go through it, kind of find the little clumps, break them up in your hand so that you don't, like I say, you don't get the hot spots and you don't get all these salty spots or just overly sweet spots. But after 2 minutes, you should be about good. Put it in a nice Ziploc bag, throw it in your cupboard or throw it in your cooler or your freezer if you got one. And other than that, everything should be good. And then after you mix it around, this should be what your finished product looks like. Nice and orange, little pepper flakes and stuff like that going through there. But you'll see the red elements, the orange elements, and some of the sugar elements in there. And that is the finished rub ready to go on. So that's our rub that we use here at the Jolly Scholar at Case Western Reserve University in Cleveland, Ohio. Swing by and see us next time you're in Cleveland, Ohio. And if you've got beef, what I would suggest is just cutting down on the sugar a little bit and add a little bit more to the garlic. And if you want to use this for chicken, I would leave it just as it is and maybe add a little bit more herbs, thyme or basil or something like that to it, just to kind of make the herbaceousness of it pop up. Other than that, I hope you enjoy it and we'll see you next time you're here.